let's work on SOA problem 1 for exam P. So this is a fairly simple problem, so let's go ahead and read it really quickly. A survey of a group's viewing habits over the last year revealed the following information. 28% watched gymnastics, 29% watched baseball, 19% watched soccer, 14% watched gymnastics and baseball, 12% watched baseball and soccer, 10% watched gymnastics and soccer, and 8% watched all three sports. Calculate the percentage of the group that watched none of these sports during the last year. So, the first thing that should come to mind when looking at this problem, or at least the first thing that I think of, is drawing a Venn diagram. And I think pictures really help solidify what you're trying to solve for. So let's go ahead and draw three circles that look like a Venn diagram. So 1, 2, 3. Okay, and I am going to name these G for gymnastics, B for baseball, and S for soccer. So with a Venn diagram problem, the first thing you want to do is, or the first thing I try to do is I try to work from the inside and work my way outwards. So let's go ahead and do that. So we know that 8% watched all three sports. So that 8% is going to be right in the middle where all three of these circles intersect. So 8%. 10% watched gymnastics and soccer. So that would be the intersection of G and S. But so 10% watched gymnastics and soccer, but 8% of all of those watched all three sports. So for this portion, all we have to do is 10 minus 8 is equal to 2. That would be the number of people who purely watched gymnastics and soccer and not baseball included. So 10 minus 8 is 2. So 12% watched baseball and soccer. So that would be this intersection. But we also know that 8% watched gymnastics as well. So again, we only want the intersection where no one watched gymnastics, but only baseball and soccer. So that would be 12 minus 8, which is 4. And then we have 14% watched gymnastics and baseball. So again, same criteria applies. So 14 minus 8 is equal to 6. And then let's just go with 28% watch gymnastics. So 28% of people are in this circle here. But we already have people who have watched soccer as well. They have watched baseball and soccer, and they have watched soccer. So we want to find the number of people who have only watched gymnastics and nothing else. So that's going to be 28 minus 6 minus 8 minus 2. So that's going to be 28 minus 6 is 22. 22 minus 8 minus 2 is going to be 12. So that's going to be 12. So people who only watch gymnastics is going to be 12. And we want to do the same thing for baseball, which is 29 minus 6 minus 8 minus 4. So that's going to be 11. And same thing for soccer. So 19 minus 2 minus 8 minus 4. So 5. And from here, all we have to do is just add up all the people inside these circles. So that would be our next step. So I'm going to write up here. So let's see, 12 plus 11 plus 5 plus 6 plus 2 plus 4, then plus 8. Right, simple enough. So let's see. So 12 plus 11 is 23. Plus 5 is 28. Plus 6 is 34. Plus 2 is 36. 40 and 48. So the total within these three circles is 48. Now, I haven't written a percentage, but this is basically a percentage. So let's write it out. So this is equal to 48%. But we're not finished because we want to calculate a percentage that they watched none of the three sports. So we know that the 48% is going to be people who watched any of the three sports. So we want to know the probability of people who have, the percentage of people who have watched none of these three sports. So everything on the outside is going to be what we want. So all we have to do is do 1 minus 48%, and that's going to equal to 52%. So that's the answer. Now, if you want to do a more formulaic way, this will be a lot of unions and intersections. So let's just go from first principles. So from first principles, the probability of A union B is equal to the probability of A plus the probability of B minus the probability of A intersection B. So that's just first principles. And what does that mean? So that means that the probability of gymnastics, so this whole circle, plus the probability of baseball, this whole circle as well, minus the 6 and the 8 in the middle. And why is that? It's because, why are we subtracting the middle? It's because if we add the entire circle for both gymnastics and baseball, we are double counting this middle portion. So we don't want to do that. So it's kind of like a heat map. So this gets double heated and you want to remove one layer just to make everything even. So that's the first principles in a formulaic way. So let's do this formulaic way. So we have so I'm not going to write the percentages. So just know that everything is in percentages. So again, it's going to be 28 plus 29 plus 19 minus 14 minus 12 minus 10, and then we want to add the triple intersection because when you're doing this, when you're doing a triple version of this, so you subtract the intersection of gymnastics and baseball, you subtract the intersection of baseball and soccer, and you subtract the intersection of gymnastics and soccer. So what happens is that this part is no longer counted because you've removed this from all versions. So you want to add this back in. So when you do that, let's see, 28 plus 29 plus 19 plus 19 minus 14 minus 12 minus 10 plus 8 is equal to 48. So that's 48%, right? Same answer as we got before. So now, of course, we want to know what percentage of the group did not watch anything else. So 1 minus 0.48 is equal to 0.52. D is going to be our answer.